Happy holidays, everyone. Hope you're doing well and that you're excited to spend some quality time with friends and family. And because it's the holiday season, I figured I should share with you the top 5 cash investments that can help you earn a lot of money in both bonuses and high interest yields. Plus, all of these assets are FDIC insured and fully protected by the US government. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? And let's begin with the most liquid place to park your cash, a good old checking account. These are designed for everyday spending and they keep your money easily accessible. The biggest perk is that you can deposit and withdraw your cash at any time. And one of the best brick and mortar banks is JP Morgan Chase. You've seen their logo and there's a good chance there are many physical branches in your city. Currently, Chase is offering a $200 sign-up bonus when you open a Chase Total checking account and set up direct deposit within the first 3 months. They have a monthly service fee of $12 though, but you can easily waive that by either meeting the minimum balance requirement or having monthly direct deposits. So if you have a job and want a great physical bank that you can deposit cash into, Chase is a very solid option with its big sign-up bonus. Now, if you are someone who rarely uses physical cash, an online bank may be a better fit for you, especially because they tend to offer interest on your money. And one of the most popular banks is SoFi, which is currently offering up to 3.5% interest on your money with no account fees. Absolutely spectacular. Plus, you'll even get up to $250 when you sign up with direct deposit. So if you are comfortable using an online-only bank, SoFi might be a great option for you. Moving on, we have high-yield savings accounts, which tend to offer some really good interest rates. These accounts are still highly liquid, but many only allow up to 6 withdrawals per month before fees start to kick in. Generally speaking, these are great places to put a 3 to 12 month emergency fund that is still easily accessible but can produce a small return. And one of the best options is Discover Bank, which is currently offering 3.3% APY. You can even qualify for up to $450 in bonuses when you use the promo code bonus 1022E. There's other promo codes floating around as well, so this is a great option to both earn high interest rates and a sizable bonus. Other popular ones include Ally Bank and Capital One, which both offer 3.3% APY with no account fees. Of course, you could also just use SoFi, which is offering 3.5% APY, plus has actually a sign-up bonus. But all of these are really good options. Now, all of the banks so far that I've mentioned are national banks, so they tend to offer some really good customer service for a large audience. However, you could actually do much better with your local credit union. For example, we have viewers with local credit unions offering 4 to 5% interest, which is just much higher than what national banks can offer. Plus, these are nonprofit organizations that tend to flow money back into your local community or your city. So, while they may lack technologically when it comes to web interfaces or mobile apps, many can offer a more personalized and enjoyable customer service experience. So, please feel free to check out your local credit union because they could offer some great terms and possibly be even better than a national bank. And coming in at number 3 are certificates of deposits, also known as CDs. This is when you agree to lock up your money for a given duration, often between several months and a couple years. In return, banks generally offer you higher interest yields. There are fees if you cancel your CD early though, so it's best practice to only deposit money that you don't need to use anytime soon. And for many people, Marcus by Goldman Sachs tends to be a very solid option. Here, you can earn 4.3% interest on a 12-month CD. Now, if you like Capital One or Ally Bank though, they're offering a nice 4.15% interest for that same duration. A little bit lower, but if you already have a savings account or a checking account with Capital One, this could be a very easy way to consolidate all of your savings. But if you are an avid viewer of this channel, you know that my personal favorite are brokered CDs. They're a little bit more advanced than bank CDs, so if you want to learn more about those details, definitely feel free to check out my more dedicated video linked in the description for a more in-depth analysis. Anyways, these are CDs issued by banks like Capital One that you can buy on the secondary market. Popular brokerage firms like Fidelity and Charles Schwab can offer you CDs from hundreds of different banks from across the country, and your money is still FDIC insured. Most importantly, brokered CDs work the exact same way as bank CDs. If you hold until maturity date, you'll earn all of your money back plus additional interest. Brokered CDs tend to offer much better rates though than bank CDs. For example, on Charles Schwab, I can earn 4.75% interest on a callable CD with JP Morgan Chase. Now, if non-callable CDs are more your speed, I can even earn up to 4.65% interest with Wells Fargo, guaranteed, can't be called, it's just a wonderful option. Again, your money is still FDIC insured, but you have the added benefit of managing all of your money through a single brokerage platform. For me, I like to use Charles Schwab because that's my favorite broker, but Fidelity, Vanguard, and Merrill Edge are perfectly good options as well. Like checking and savings accounts, you can even get sign-up bonuses as well. For example, at Fidelity, you can earn $100 completely for free with their Fidelity Starter Pack, allowing you to buy stocks, options, and fixed income assets like brokered CDs, all under a single full-service platform. If you like Charles Schwab a little bit more, like me, you can even get the Schwab Starter Kit, very uniquely named, which offers a tiny bit more at $101 of a bonus. $1 more, so that's pretty nice. Truth be told, they're both really good platforms and a good way to boost your savings. And generally speaking, brokered CDs tend to be one of the best options when it comes to fixed income assets that earn a very high interest yield. However, if you are a high income earner or you live in a state with high income taxes, Treasury bills can be a better alternative. And this is when you lend money to the US government in return for some relatively high interest rates and some nice tax benefits. What's particularly nice about treasuries is that because it's US debt, your money is fully backed by the US government, so you could deposit millions of dollars and be fully protected. You'll also get some really nice tax benefits. The interest you earn is exempt from both state and local income tax. So if you are a high earner living in a state like California, getting those tax exemptions can save you a lot of money. And finally, treasury yields are slowly rising, so there's a chance that these assets continue to get more and more appealing. And as of today, you can even earn over 3.8% annualized interest on a 4-week treasury bill. In other words, you lock up your money for 4 weeks and earn 3.8% APY. I want to stress that this is annualized interest similar to a savings account APY, not a 3.8% total return over those 4 weeks. It's a common misconception here on YouTube, so I want to make that distinction clear. Of course, if you want to lock up your money for a longer duration, other T-bills may be paying better rates. For example, 26-week T-bills are offering 4.722% annualized interest. That's incredibly high and much better than bank and brokered CDs. And don't forget, you're also saving on state and local income taxes. So depending on your situation, the tax equivalent yield could be upwards of 5% APY. Again, you can also buy treasury bills through your favorite brokerage platform. And this is really popular because Treasury Direct is a government website that can be a little bit more difficult to use, especially if you run into any issues with account opening. Customer service also tends to take forever, as our lovely Ed can attest to. Yields tend to be more or less identical between Treasury Direct and a broker like Fidelity and Schwab, so please feel free to choose either Treasury Direct or your broker to purchase your treasury bills. And the final cash investment has skyrocketed in popularity because of inflation, and that is Series I savings bonds, aka I-bonds. In a nutshell, these are government-issued bonds that pay a guaranteed interest rate that is automatically adjusted to keep up with inflation. For example, because inflation is still quite high, I-bonds are paying 6.89% interest for the next 6 months. And that is ridiculously high and the highest guaranteed rate of return possible in today's market. Now, if inflation goes even higher, these bonds will pay even more interest. Best of all, the interest that you earn is exempt from both state and local income taxes. Now, because this inflation-adjusted asset can be incredibly powerful, there are some important limitations to talk about. For example, the first is that you must keep the bond for at least 1 year, so you're unable to withdraw the money that you lent out within the first 12 months. Additionally, if you cash out the bond in the first 5 years, you'll lose out on the previous 3 months worth of interest. Finally, this guaranteed rate of return does change with inflation every 6 months. So if inflation falls to say 2%, you're kind of stuck earning a lower rate of return. So it can be very good for high inflation environments like today, but not so great in low inflationary markets. Nevertheless, I-bonds are still a wonderful option, and the US government does limit you to only purchasing $10,000 worth of I-bonds every single year. There are a couple ways around that, but that's a topic for another video. Unfortunately, the only way to reliably buy I-bonds is through Treasury Direct though, so that could be a slight downside. But overall, 6.89% APY is nothing to scoff at, especially considering that the S&P 500 is down 19% year to date. And as for me, I still use Chase as my regular checking account, and I absolutely love that sign-up bonus. I don't use a savings account anymore. Instead, I buy short-term Treasury Bills and CDs with Merrill Edge. I get about the same level of liquidity, but with much higher yields. It's a bit more work since I have to log in at least once a month, but it is several $100s more of interest and tax benefits. Finally, I still use I-bonds. It's a wonderful option, although I may wait until May to see what future bond rates will be before I deposit more money. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts and how you personally manage your own cash. Have a great Christmas break, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.